Europe and fairly quiet weather across the Mediterranean. The United States sees another record jump in coronavirus cases, with more than 65,000 confirmed in a single day. We have a report from one of the worst hit states.
Arizona is now the coronavirus hotspot, not just for the United States, but the world.
Questions are being asked in India after a high-profile criminal was shot dead in police custody. And how small numbers of tourists are making visits to the Vatican feel rather exclusive.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello and a warm welcome to BBC World News. We're going to start in Istanbul, where it's been announced the Hagia Sophia Museum is to be reopened as a mosque. The building is one of the most visited tourist attractions in Turkey. It's been a museum for over 80 years. Today, though, Turkey's highest court ruled that the building should never have been turned into a museum. Within an hour of that ruling, President Erdogan signed a decree declaring it would become a religious site open to prayer once again. The UNESCO World Heritage Site was built in the 6th century as a Greek Orthodox cathedral, serving as the home of the Eastern Orthodox Church for nearly 900 years. Then, following the Ottoman conquest in the 15th century, it was turned into a mosque, with spires and minarets added to the structure. After the Ottoman Empire ended after World War I, Turkey became a secular nation. A law was passed in 1934 banning religious gatherings.
Okay, hello everybody. It's so good to have you back here. So how is everybody doing? Just say hello.
Hello. I'm fine.
Good.
Hi.
How are you? Okay, maybe you can share some news, because you know that I have to take all of these messages, people trying to enter the conference. So that is why just to start talking. How about the news? What's new?
Nothing new, still preparing for exams.
Well, you see, in English we never say nothing new because it's very rude. You have to say, yeah, you have to say at the very least about the weather. Just tell me it's very hot or it's very warm or whatever you want to say. Just a couple of things. Okay.
Okay, so I think that the weather in Moscow now is quite better than it was at the beginning of the week. So it was really hard to take a Russian exam because of the weather. So now it is quite better.
Yeah, Russian exam, you mean the Russian language, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. So how about Svetlana, how about Dasha? Do you have something to say about the news? Just join us and do not expect me to ask you over again. Just feel free to jump in anytime, because you are kind of the people here in this conference, same like me. Anytime, please just join. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, say it again.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, hello.
I'm Dasha.
Uh-huh.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about other people? Just ask them.
Okay, Nastya.
So I'm
What?
good. I'm trying.
Okay. How was your exam?
It was rather nice. So I had quite easy text to write an essay for. So I was really glad about this. And how about your exam?
I think it was good. It was easy for me. Not so easy as I expected for, but okay, I think I managed to pass it.
So that's the main thing.
Okay, ladies, I'm so sorry. If you can see my screen, okay, I will share the screen, because see, the young lady is asking, не получается, все же надо вводить или как надо вводить? Can you explain which to enter first? The digits and then the digits and the letters, or what is first? Что сначала, цифры, потом вот эти комбинации?
Цифры сначала.
So first, okay. So first digits. Okay. All right. I will write in. Okay. Sorry. Just. Okay. Maybe she will understand. I'm not sure about that. Okay. The people are saying, "Хочу на вебинар сейчас." That's interesting. All right. Now, girls, you were saying something. Go ahead, please. What were you talking about?
We were talking about exams.
Yeah, please go ahead. Sorry for breaking your conversation, for interrupting. Go ahead.
What other exams are you taking this year?
Social studies and English language.
Social studies. Yeah, that's correct. Very good translation. Go ahead.
Okay, are you ready for the exams?
I hope that yes, but now I'm still trying to do my best, preparing for them. So I hope that at the exam, I would show everything that I could. How about you?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think I'm ready for the exams.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. We have some newcomers. If you please, sorry, I have to join other people. If you please say hello to us and tell a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Which city are you from? What is your background in your knowledge of English? So what kind of school do you go to? Any information will be very welcome. Please, ladies like Yulia, Elena, please tell a little bit about yourself, because
Yeah,
I have to answer. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I think I can start. My name is Lena Krasinikova. So I have just maybe extremely short experience in learning English, just the last 3 years. But anyway, I'm going to pass TOEFL this summer. And I'm a little bit frustrated about my writing and speaking, especially in a limited period of time. So when I train this task, usually I do it well, but without timer. When I trying to do it with a timekeeper, it becoming complicated. So it's a short presentation, I guess.
Yeah, Yelena, if I may, only just a very short comment on what you're saying. When we talk about the exam, we use the following verbs. We usually take an exam or sit an exam. And then if we are successful, then we say, I passed the exam. Only after, because nobody knows for sure, and it's you know it's not that easy to say that I will pass the exam in the TOEFL exam or something. So I will take the exam. Okay, I will sit the exam. If you think
I understood.
If you think of the teacher will administer the exam. Okay, administer the exam.
Yeah, minister, good one. Thank you. You know, maybe I just have a very good prediction that I'm going to pass it, not just take, but successfully go out after that.
Yeah, let's knock on wood then.
Oh yeah, cross fingers.
All right. Yeah. So, anybody else? Yulia, please say a couple of words about yourself.
Hello for everyone. I'm Yulia. I'm from little town Turkcell. It is in Siberia, and I will take the exam, the EGA, but I don't have much practice in spoken English, and usually I don't speak in English every day, only in my school lessons. That's all I can say about myself.
Yeah, girls, if you have any questions, and I think that we have boys also, please feel free to ask your questions anytime. Just try and get to know each other a little bit.
Yeah, I have one question to all of you. I'm just curious, maybe somebody is going to apply for American university after school. I mean, like to take TOEFL or SAT or something like that. Please let me know if you are.
Okay.
I was going to, but now I understand that it would be better for me to finish some Russian university, so to get a bachelor's degree and then to go to USA, for example, to get a master's degree. So it will be after 4 years. So something like that.
I see. I see. Yeah, it's a very popular strategy, especially for taking master and PhD after Russian university. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Good. Now, I just want to remind you, so you see people are just trying to join us, and so that is why I'm a little bit busy. I'm so sorry about that, but nothing can be done. And I just did something wrong with the password. Yeah, I'm sometimes I can be very clumsy. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's how we do it. Yeah, see people again. People are coming and coming. And what I want you to do today, as always, we will complete some exercises. Okay. People cannot wait. Yeah, and people do not understand what to do. But anyway, so I will share the screen, and you will remember what we did the previous class. But first of all, I want you to read real quick to understand what was the about, so that everybody will be on the same page. Okay. It says like complete this text with the correct forms of the verbs and brackets, making any other necessary changes. Okay. Any of you just start reading sentence after sentence, taking turns, do it yourself, because you know you are right now we have 6 people present, so some people are shy, they do not want to talk, and I have no idea who doesn't want to talk. So please be very autonomous, be very independent, and just take initiative and start reading and completing this exercise. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I can start if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Okay, have you heard the story about the man whose wife has just a baby?
Okay, any corrections, ladies?
Maybe has had?
Okay.
Has just had.
All right. Any corrections, ladies?
Okay.
I think the second answer is right.
What do you mean by the second answer?
I forgot the second option that I mentioned.
Has just had
I meant a wife has just had a baby.
Okay, have you heard this story about the man whose wife And then, okay, can you give the name of the tense? What is the tense?
It's perfect because of just.
I understand, but
Yeah.
which perfect, present or past?
I think present. At least I answered about present.
And why do you think that this is present?
Oh, I should, yeah.
Lena.
Okay. Maybe it's past because the question is asking about something that is behind now. Have you heard the story that has happened a long time ago? So I guess maybe had.
Yeah, of course the answer should be had past perfect, because if you read the following sentence, you will definitely see that the following sentence should be in the past. And so that is why you have no other option than to use the past tense. Okay, if you please take the second sentence, please go ahead.
I can take the second one, right?
If
just I can hear Anastasia, so please.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so he was working in London at the time, but he lived in Newcastle, which is in the northeast of England, not far from the Scottish border.
Absolutely, that's in my understanding, that's correct. Any other ideas or comments? So he was working in London at the time, because at the time it was working, but he lived is a stative verb. It's mean that you cannot use a live in continuous. He lived in Newcastle because it was a permanent situation for him, which is in the northeast of England, not far from the Scottish border. Okay, next sentence.
Can I?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
As soon as he heard the news, he rushed to King's Cross Station, bought his ticket, and jumped on the first train north.
Correct. Go ahead, ladies. Yeah, and take initiative, as I said. Just feel free anytime to jump in. Go ahead. Don't be shy. That's the same thing which you will have during your exam.
Okay. He was so excited at the news that he told the woman who sat next to him.
Are you sure? Was so excited at the news that he told the woman who
was sitting.
Yes, who was sitting. Who was sitting next to him? Yeah, because it was at the moment of the conversation, at the moment of speaking. Okay, and I know that this exercise is tricky. I know that, but anyway, you want to get prepared for the exam, so any practice for you will be very helpful. All right, next, go ahead.
She asked him if he lived in Edinburgh, and that was where the train was going, and was surprised when he said that he lived in Newcastle.
Yeah. She asked him if he lived in Edinburgh. Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland, and Scotland is one of the 4 countries which comprise the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Some other people coming. Where was that? Sorry, was going and was surprised when he said that he lived in Newcastle. Okay, next sentence. All right. Yeah.
The man realized that he made a terrible mistake when she said, "But this train doesn't stop in Newcastle. It goes straight to Edinburgh. Am I right?"
Yeah, Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and what did you say? Because I didn't listen. I'm sorry. I had to answer. So what was that?
I said the man realized that he made a terrible mistake. Word.
I have idea that first he made a mistake and after that he realized it. So we have two actions. Maybe he had made.
Yes.
He had made a terrible
Okay.
mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. He had made a terrible mistake. Right? Very good. Okay, go ahead.
Can I?
Goes,
Oh, no.
okay, you will be the next, okay? It goes
Okay.
straight to Edinburgh. Despite the man's pleas and offers of money, the driver of the train refused to stop, but he did agree to slow the train down to 50 something as it went through
Miles per hour. It's not something, it's miles per hour.
miles per hour, okay, as it went through Newcastle station so that the man could jump off with the ticket collector's help. Just refused.
Then?
The ticket collector held the man out of a window at the front of the train, and the man began running in mid-air.
Mid-air. So, what did you say for the 9? What was that? The ticket collector
Held
held the man out of the window at the front of the train, and the man began running in mid-air. Correct. Go ahead.
When the platform appeared, the ticket collector gently dropped the man onto it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Just then, the guard at the back of the train looked out and saw a man running very fast along the platform.
Correct. And the last one.
Okay, I think I continue.
Yeah, why not?
Putting his hand out, he pulled the man onto the train. Like I saw you, he said. You almost missed the train.
Okay. Yeah. So, what we do now, first of all, I will do a very short advertisement just to advertise my webpage, just for everybody to see. And if you want to write any kind of testimonial, any kind of review, any kind of anything which you want to. So this is my webpage, which is called Uglublenный английский, or emphasized English. In English, emphasized English. And then testimonials, it's here. Отзывы о моих уроках. You can write something here if you want to. This is my webpage. This is a Pag, and this is a Bishon. So I think that you will like them. Okay. And now, before we move to another part of the class of the book, which is talking about the vocabulary, I have a big question. Usually we discuss not for a long time. Do not forget that the owners of the Zoom, because I use the Zoom for free, they will stop the class after 40 minutes without any warning. So I'm sorry that probably if I was not gonna say something before, if I'm not warning you about the end of the class, just without saying goodbye, I'm sorry about that, but you can understand that that's how it goes here. But anyway, so the big question for discussion right now, what do you think? And this why big question? Because you know that you have essays, and usually you have to write an essay, or you have to think it over real quick. So that is why I have a big question to you. A question to you today is, how do people make money? How do people make money? Your ideas, just share your ideas and jump in anytime without any asking me, may I or may you not? You may, all the time. Please go ahead. How can people make money? How do people make money?
Okay, I know one way. For example, if people have extra apartment, they can share it with somebody else and um, reach money from this activity. So in this way, they will find a tenant
Correct.
who will rent their real estate, and in this way they will have extra money. It's one of possible ways.
Absolutely, fantastic idea. You just reminded me that you know, several years ago, very popular among young ladies was to sell cosmetics or makeup. You know, like for Avon company or for Oriflame company and so on. Right now, ladies say that this is boring. What they do now, they try to find the second-hand stores where they buy the, let's say, brandish outfits for very young girls, like from Trussardi or Kevin Klein, and then they resell these shorts, these dresses for young girls, like for the parents of these young girls, and it's very popular right now. A very popular business among young ladies. It's just an example, and go ahead, your examples, your ideas.
It is possible to get an inheritance, maybe. So it is very suddenly, but it is very sudden way to get them. But though,
Yeah, I understand. Anybody else?
Yeah, I agree, but I just want to add that usually it's not constant income, you know, it just
of
once
course, yeah.
once once happened, and yeah, it's better to avoid the situation, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, more, please.
I
Yeah,
think the most obvious way is to get a job and make money through that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
agree. I agree, but at the same time, I think that maybe the most interesting and yeah, I guess interesting examples that we can use in our future to get a scholarship during our education. For example, there is in Russia there is available Oxford scholarship for bachelors. It's not big money; it's about like 7,000 per month. But anyway, we can apply for a few scholarship, and I know some students uh, who has a pretty, pretty, I should say, copious amounts of scholarships. So
Yeah,
just as an option.
yeah, I agree. And thinking about myself, in my life, I had, I would say, lots of opportunities, and I used a lot of opportunities. What you're talking about, I took part in very many. It's called awards, competitions with the awards, and I won those awards, like 4 computers from the American government, and even one trip to the United States of America. And also my sons, one of my sons won a trip to the United States of America for 1 year studying there. So you're absolutely correct. But be very careful about what is called handouts. You know that handouts is not always the money that you earned, and we are talking about making money. The money which you haven't earned is kind of yeah, sometimes they easy come, easy go, you know. So that's why be very careful about that. Okay, any
I,
other
I,
ideas?
I totally agree, yes.
Okay. Any other ideas?
Maybe an interest on the deposit.
Okay, yeah, might be good idea also.
Not earning physically or something like that, but
Yeah,
also.
yeah, I know that you will start talking about cryptocurrency right now, about paddleboard,
Bitcoins.
new ideas. Yeah, I understand. You know, ladies, be careful. Yeah. All right. Any other ideas?
but also we can create some product and sell it, but not like in physical sense, just go in like with Avon and do it, give it at hand. But for example, to write a book or to maybe create some online course, at least in something that we really, in something that we have expertise. Maybe not now, maybe not right now, but just keep in mind this idea for future.
Correct. I totally agree. And do not forget that I think that most of you right now you can work like private tutors. You know that for the small kids, like from the second or third grade, when they have some some gaps in their knowledge because they didn't attend the school properly, and their parents, they can hire you for teaching them privately, like private tutoring, because ladies, your English is fantastic, so why not? The meaning is, yeah, you see, we have only 10 minutes to go. That's the warning. So you can use your knowledge of English working as a private tutor. Okay, any other ideas, or we will wrap up the discussion and move on to the vocabulary. Any other ideas? No?
No.
I talked to my friend yesterday, and she said that her brother made his first money by making the logotype.
Yeah, for some company, right?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I understand.
and he was selling that.
Yeah, and ladies, do not forget that right now we have lots of websites which you can register on this website, and after that you will receive the notifications. The website will be called like labor in Europe, or work in Europe, or work in the United States of America, or just go Google something like that, work in Europe, labor in Europe, or work in the United States, and you will find something which will be which will bring some benefit for you, and you will like it. Maybe, I'm not sure. It's just a supposition. Okay. If no other ideas, I think that a good idea will be to move to the vocabulary back, and this time it is called the travel phrasal verbs vocabulary. So match the phrasal verbs in A to F with their meanings 1 to 6. Okay, just volunteer, start off immediately, and do this, the first sentence.
We'll come to the airport to see you off. It's number 3. Go to railway station, airport, etc. to say goodbye to someone.
Yeah, and I would like you to study, to remember this phrasal verb, which means to see somebody off, which means to go to the airport or to the railway station and to say goodbye to someone, to see somebody off. Okay, then.
If they set off at 7 o'clock, they should be here by 8. Begin a journey.
Yes, begin a journey. So to set off, usually we say to set sail or to set off, to start a journey. Yeah, absolutely. If they set off, if they start a journey at 7 o'clock, if they go down the road at 7 o'clock, they should be here by 8. Okay, very good, excellent. Then?
See, I can give you a lift to the station. I'll pick you up at 6. It means go somewhere to collect someone in a car.
Absolutely, very true. Yeah, so it's a British textbook, so that is why they use the British set phrases here. I can give you a lift. That's British. Americans say I can give you a ride. They do not say I can give you a lift. It doesn't make sense in American language. I can give you a ride. Okay, and I'll pick you up. That's I will collect you there at 6 at the station. Okay, then.
The plane took off. Oh. Okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. No, you first. I will be the next one.
Okay. The plane took off on time despite the bad weather, left the ground and began to fly.
What is that? Leave the ground and begin to fly. Yeah. To take off. You understand that. To take off for the plane and then it lands. If you ever went in an airplane, you know what is that. To take off and to land. Okay. Next.
Okay, we had to check in 2 hours before the plane left.
Right.
It means register as a passenger at an airport or as a guest at a hotel.
Yeah. So do not forget, when you are in a hotel, you check in, and then in the hotel you check out. Do not forget that at a certain time when you leave in the hotel, you have to check out. And then in the airport, 2 hours before the plane is leaving, you have to check in. Okay. And the last one.
Anastasia, I think it's yours.
On our way to Australia, we stopped over in Singapore for 2 days. It's to break a journey to stay somewhere, especially when traveling by air.
So it's let me see. Break a journey to stay somewhere, especially when traveling. Yeah. Stop over. Yeah. In Singapore for 2 days. Very true. Okay, and then you have complete these sentences with an appropriate phrasal verb in an appropriate form. Then answer the questions with a partner. Okay, try. It's same phrasal verbs, and only you have to put them inside the sentences.
If your flight was at 6 p.m., what time would you set off for the airport?
Yeah, would you set off for the airport? And ladies and boys, do not forget that they will finish our class without any warning anytime, because we have 3 or 4 minutes to go, and then they will just stop it. Okay, go ahead. Just right. That's not a problem. That's not a big deal, absolutely. I think so. Why so shy? Ladies, do not forget that during the exam you will be much more nervous. I'm not that monster that you will be presented in front of the computer screen. You will be so much embarrassed, much more than now. So just hurry up. This is not difficult.
Okay, so after you check in for a flight, what do you usually do?
Absolutely. Next one. Correct.
Do people
Do you like people to come to the airport to see you off?
Correct. Good.
Do you feel nervous when a plane takes off and lands?
Yeah. Be very careful. Do not forget that this is a annoying mistake. Basic grammar. Usually you make mistakes with the basic grammar. Everybody makes mistakes with basic grammar. Yeah. So the plane takes off and lands. Okay, never forget about that. You were saying, what did you say?
Oh, I said takes off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very good. So next sentence, please.
Would you pick up a friend up from the airport at 4 a.m.?
Would you pick a friend up? Would you pick a friend up? Would you pick a friend up from the airport at 4 a.m.? And the last one.
Would you prefer to stop over somewhere or fly direct to your destination?
Yeah, to your destination. Very true, very correct. Good. And now we have, that's my favorite, keyword transformation. Have you ever encountered this type of exercises? I love it. So you see, For questions 1 to 6, complete the second sentence so that it has similar meaning to the first sentence. Do not change the word given. You must use between 2 and 5 words. So 2 to 5 words, not more, including the word given. So just try.
My cousin is unemployed for 2 years, or is being unemployed.
Maybe has been, yes.
Yes, and again, be very careful, ladies. You know that to my regret, most of your mistakes are from the basic grammar. That's first, most of your mistakes, basic grammar. And the second one is because you are unattentive. So please be very careful about what you're saying, about what you're writing, because your destiny, your lot depends on what is going on. So when you say, my